Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Faithful Fridays. What a time it is to be alive. I look forward to Fridays. I look forward to jumping on and joining you guys for Faithful Fridays so we can talk about how faithful God has been this week. It's a beautiful day here in the Midwest. I mean, an absolutely beautiful day. The sun is shining. We're trending in the mid 50s, and that's supposed to be the tip for the remainder of the weekend. But from there, it is up. So I love all seasons. I just love the benefits that all seasons bring if we just take time to really see them. This week for me was a good week. Last week I talked to you guys about how I was just pooped all week long and it was hard for me to get it back together. But this week I found myself back in full swing. And it was good. It was a busy week, a lot of unexpected moments at times, but I'm grateful to be ending the week on a good note. I thank God for the ability to just reflect. And really see how we grow through those things that we go through. I realized first and foremost this week that every day we make choices and our choices make us. I took a little bit of notes this week because I wanted to make sure that I stayed on track. And it was just so much good information that was coming to me throughout the week. But again, we make choices and our choices make us. Positioning yourself is vital. It's vital for readiness and the ability to progress. I had so many dreams this week, and I made sure that I was journaling the afterthoughts. And I cannot express enough that dreams should not be taken lightly. They are seeking to tell us something. I also found myself this week every day waking up at right around 4 a.m. and not partially awake. I'm talking about wide awake. I mean, completely awake. I knew that God was wanting me to pray. And so even if I couldn't find the strength to get to my knees, I just began to call on the name of the Lord for my family, for my peace, for my environment, for all of the people that I'm connected to. We have to make every effort to find the positives that are taking place in our life. I think I had told someone that on yesterday. I said, they said it was Thankful Thursday, and to just tell something that we were thankful for. And I said, man, in a season, in a time, we could find so much to complain about. I choose to accentuate the positive. And so God just continues to deal with me about order and calling for order in my life, as well as the lives of those that I am connected with. And where there is no order, I promise you, there is no light. We must declare that our lives will not be characterized by confusion, frustration, or lack of direction. It should be marked by vision, love, productivity, and purposefulness. We've got to be purposeful in all things that we're doing. In my deep dive study of boundaries, I was posed with the question that I want to pose to you. What are some of the qualities that you like about yourself and that you want to make sure that others experience when they spend time with you? And it took a little bit of time for me to really think about that. But when I did, really just kind of sum it all up, I just began to journal it down. I love to laugh, so I like making sure that when I'm around others, I make them laugh. I love being optimistic. So if you're down, I'm going to lift you up. That's just me. I love being lovable. So I love to show others how much they mean to me through expressions of love. I love that in return. And sometimes you guys will see me post my flowers because I think my husband has figured out I love flowers and he makes sure that he gets them for me. I love being free. I like to live in the moment because the moment is all that we have. And so we have to learn to enjoy the moment. We have to learn to savor the moment and be in the moment. By midweek, it was just all about making things happen. It really was. Things don't just happen. We have to make them happen. And how do we make them happen? We make them happen by faith. We have enough faith to believe those things that we desire, that we want to accomplish are possible. I have to continue to take authority over my life and my day. I'm unwilling to continue experiencing cycles of defeat. I just won't accept that anymore. I am so grateful that for the patterns that have now begun to take a hold of me. No more frustration, no more defeat, no more hopelessness, no more despair. I'm not accepting that. God has given and continues to give me the power of a changed mind. I was reminded when I was reading a book, and this book is called You Got This. And I tell you, I love to read. I just love to read. And I got this book from Five Below. So don't sleep on Five Below. They got some good books over there, y'all. But when I was reading this book, it just this particular segment was talking about fear and confidence and how fear and confidence can coexist. Fear is a necessary stepping stone towards confidence, which in return births success. I had heard a quote this week, and it was a quote from Elon Musk. In which he stated, there are times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough that you do it in spite of fear. And that stuck with me. I don't care how scared I am. If there's some things I want to accomplish and there's some things that I believe in, I'm going to pray about it and I'm going to go do it. Confidence is not a life that's without fear. It's not the absence of failure. The true confidence, requires a willingness to fail fast, to fail again, and fail better until we get it right. Sometimes you got to try until you get it right. A confident person is relaxed with uncertainty, and they're okay with failure because they know it's, sometimes inevitable. Courage is what we need to take action. It also comes before confidence. Sometimes you've got to have the courage in order to become confident. Courage is what we employ when we don't feel confident, when we feel scared and unsure. Confidence is what we get as a result of being courageous. Nuggets that I just want to leave you guys with on this week is to remember order creates peace and freedom. And that's why you always hear me harping on making sure that we have order in our days, that we wake up and we're being intentional about those things that we have to get done. Order also gives us the freedom to be creative. And so when we've got order in our life, we do have that time to be creative. Without order, you're going to be distracted with the cares and concerns of life. Everything is going to be on your radar. Everything is going to irritate you so much that you can't even hear God's voice, and you don't want to be in a place like that. It is impossible to imagine and envision when you're overextended and stressed and you don't know what it is that you're supposed to be doing for the day. You kind of wake up and fly by the seat of your pants. Don't miss out on the rewards of managing your time and managing your time as best as you can. That's why I was telling you guys, I live by a planner, and I got it today. But I live by a planner. I've got a good old school. I think I got this from Target. But I live by a planner. I have to plan out my day because I don't just want to be all over the place, just waking up thinking I'm going to do whatever the day sends my way. No, I'm going to order my day. And even if I don't get all of those things done, it's okay. It'll just find itself on the next day's requirements. But I'm at least going to have a plan. Order your day so that you have the time and the peace that you need to create the masterpiece God has preordained for you. And then continue to allow your most powerful words to be yes and no. Why? Because they're a complete sentence and they help to keep the boundaries in your life. Give yourself time. Give yourself that space and time to be creative. We have to schedule time to think things through. That's why the disconnects means so much to me, because that is my downtime. That is my reflection time. That allows me to think about what went wrong, what could have went better, and what I plan to do, even if it fails, the next time. And so disconnects are very important. Continue to structure your time so that you can structure your thoughts. And then know when to take a hold of an idea and know when to wait and let it mature. Because a lot of times we prematurely put things out there that we want to do and we haven't done the research to get those things done. And we find ourselves getting frustrated because it didn't go through the way that we wanted it to go through. Remember, the decisions that you make today, they matter. They really do. Every decision points us in a direction we are about to travel. And no decision is an isolated choice. It's a chain of events. These are a chain of things that are taking place in our life. So we have to get good at chasing down our decisions. We need to look ahead to see where our choices are actually taking us and make sure that is where we really want to go. I was reminded when I was in scripture this week about decision making, and it just led me to Proverbs 22:3. It says, "The prudent see danger and they take refuge." They know when something's not going to work and they take refuge. They leave that thing alone. But the simple, they keep going and they pay the penalty. And I don't know if we want to keep paying the penalties from some of the bad decision making that we're making in our life, or making decisions just so impulsively and not thinking things through. And so we've got to take hold of our thoughts, making sure that we're making the right decisions, that we're going after the right thing, and that we're managing our time so that we have enough time to get there. Again, y'all, it's the disconnect. I hope everyone has an amazing disconnect. If you're looking for the guys, we will not be at the farmers market this week. We are actually going to do a celebration of life for Mr. Jerry Wade, who was an instrumental figure in our city that made an impact that was felt by so many. And so we will be downtown on tomorrow cooking on the circle. So if you're planning to come out for the celebration of life, that's where you will find the guys. Come on out. But I'm excited about that. I am honored to be for my husband and his company to be chosen as a selected food vendor. God just keeps opening doors, y'all. I'm telling you, things you don't even go look for, they will come your way. And so God is good. We're looking forward to just going out there and serving the community. And being a part of this special day. So again, I hope everyone has an amazing disconnect. As I say each week, let your light shine. I don't care how anybody feels about it. Let your light shine. Your transparency is leading to so many other people being transformed. This has been your girl 7, and you know the drill. I will see you soon.